Do you intend to start a company? Do you intend to start any sort of business, whether it's going to be a shop, selling merchandise, whether it's going to be a consultant's firm, or maybe a company, whether you're going to be dealing in produce, whatever you're going to be doing? You want to start a job, you want to start a company, you want to do kind of work, whether delivery, whether services, whatever it is, you are going to face crisis leadership. The moment you are the boss, the moment you are the manager, you are the CEO, you are going to face challenges as a business leader. That's why you have to go and tighten your shirt, your t-shirt, your blouse, your skirt. You are going to start wearing whatever you wear halfway so that you can be able to fit into a crisis leadership management position. Sometimes there's a management leadership position, style we call managing by crisis. Welcome to yet another beautiful masterclass. We are going to be talking about crisis leadership management. My name is Kato Mukasa. I'm an international commercial lawyer and entrepreneurship coach. And in the studio, I am with Dennis Bongole, who is ensuring that you get everything on the right time and at the right quality of the video of this masterclass. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. Think Better, Do Good Better, but also subscribe, follow us, and share our message to people that have an entrepreneurship mind. We are not a channel about love. We are not going to talk about love, your usual stories of love, witchcraft, poverty, and the negativity. We are not into that. No politics here. We simply talk about business and entrepreneurship, and our focus is taking Africa to the rest of the world and bring the rest of the world to Africa, bridging the gap. Entrepreneurs meeting entrepreneurs working with others all over the world. We want to be part of the facilitators, part of the team that is solving the problems of poverty in the world. We want to contribute a block by exposing what Africa can offer to the rest of the world, create investment opportunities by doing what we can do. For instance, we do create websites for you, for your company, for your organization. We make it visible. We make your products, your services visible. We get you the clients you need to get. We can do for you documentaries in any country in Africa. You want to do a documentary, you want to do a survey, you want to do an evaluation, you want to do some research, we are the consultants team to contact you. Simply tell us the country and we shall be on the ground to do work for you. We are human resource consultants. We do management and also we do legal work, international commercial lawyering. We are the company to trust. Welcome again to yet another beautiful topic, Mastermind, how to practice crisis leadership. Now, in every company I have worked with, in all companies I know, NGOs I know, there are always crises. A friend was telling me a few days ago that in her company in Glasgow, two top workers, resigned in one day. Two top workers resigned in one day. You can't imagine the crisis such a company has. They had to call a meeting immediately to fix the gap because the volunteers were actually leaving the organization. Now, that is crisis leadership. There is the problem. How do you fix the gaps? How do you plug in to stop the hemorrhage, to stop the company from collapsing? Number one, of course, you have to learn teamwork. Let me tell you, there's nothing you're going to do alone if you want to be impactful. Even when I'm writing a book, I consult people to do the editing for me, do the illustration, do the marketing, do the cover design. It is teamwork. Together, each one among us achieves more. That is the word team. Together, each one among us achieves more. learn to use teamwork to solve a crisis at work. Your sales are dropping, there's a problem. How do we deal with it? We do a market survey, we find out why our sales are failing, we find out what our customers want, what can we do better. Therefore, we are going to do it as a team. You have to learn to set high standards if you are going to avoid crisis. If you are going to manage as a crisis leader, there is a problem, be the top one to be the example. Lead by example. Lead by example. If workers are coming late to report, be the first one to report. When I was working for my NGO in Uganda, I used to drive my car as early as 6, and by 7:30, I'm at work, and the office is supposed to be opening at 8. But I was avoiding jam basically because I wanted to save on fuel, to be honest with you. So I drove early from work so that I can save on fuel, but also I can be able to inspire the rest of the team members that, look, we have to report early. And when you came late, when I came early and I'm your boss, you were always in trouble. So you state high standards and you act by example. You have a masterclass, a mastermind, people you can consult and do better. Always ask for help. Always ask for help under any crisis. Be humble, stay humble, be resilient, be persistent, be focused on the bigger picture. Always take calculated risks. There are risks you can break into our bigger masterclasses, but you have to know how to take them. If an employer is misbehaving, there is always a summary dismissal. You can dismiss an employer immediately, but contact lawyers, contact commercial lawyers like us who are going to tell you that, look, this is a bad contract. Look, this is a bad decision to do, because if you fire this employer without a warning, without a second warning, you are going to be in trouble. We are going to help you avoid falling into problems, because you can be sued and you're going to be paying millions of money out of your crisis leadership. So embrace failure. There are going to be failures in life. And by the way, never take failure as a punishment. Failure is a lesson to improve. How many times did Newton apply his knowledge to make a bulb? So many times. So learn from failure to do better. Embrace discomfort. There are going to be tough times. People are going to abuse you. People are going to disrespect you. Embrace the negativity, but learn to deflate it. Accept it, acknowledge it is there, learn to deflate it one day at a time, one problem at a time. Look at the problems, prioritize them. Look at the threats, prioritize them one at a time. That's why you manage a crisis as a leader. Pay attention to details. Little things matter in a company. Little things matter, like misusing glue, like misusing your marker. Little things matter. Powering tea, you are drinking on papers and everything, being on phone, and it's time to work. Little things should matter. How do you control crisis? By organizing a meeting and tell people, look, this is our code of contract, code of conduct. We have a discipline to follow in this company. If you don't follow it, you are fired the next day. We have a client's work to do. We have to go to the Congo, we have to go to Rwanda, we have to go to Burundi, Kenya, and do a survey, and you are here wasting time, you are fired. Small things do matter. So you have to be focused to the big picture. For example, master your daily routine, what you do on a daily. For example, if you wake up from your bed, what do you do when you wake up? You make your bed. Make your bed. That is discipline number one. Brush your teeth. Don't go smelling. Wash your face. Bathe if you really mind about your hygiene in the morning. But lay your bed when you leave. That is self-discipline. You have set a pace. Your children, others can look at it and say, these are higher standards. Then let us look at the images as we wrap up this episode number 1. crisis leadership. Yes, change your thoughts and you will change your world. Yeah, change your thoughts and you change your world as a leader. Weak people revenge, never do that. Strong people forgive, do that. Intelligent people ignore. Ignore nonsense and move on. Ignore nonsense. Be humble like Shona, the Prime Minister of UK. You can even kneel down before other people. It doesn't take your manhood away. Kneel down. Be humble. Talk to people with humility. Have a growth mindset than a fixed mindset. Don't be stagnant. Don't refuse change. There is a season to sow and there is a season to reap, but we don't do both in the same season. Learn the season in which you are. Which season are you? Season to change? Be like Warren Buffett. The guy can think. He can see a company collapsing and he can buy it and then revive it. Apple and others, he has been his companies. This guy knows where to invest. Because he knows how to manage crisis. Life begins at 40 years, flourishes at 50 years, and gets fascinating at 60. Your work of art in progress. Always know that as a crisis leader, manager, your work in progress. Take time here, Dennis. I'm going to take time explaining these things. Number one is that 9 leadership mistakes every CEO should avoid. Number one, not to think big. Yes, you must think big. Number two, isolating oneself. Yes, do not work alone. Work in a team. Ignoring feedback. Please accept feedback. Micromanagement. That is not your own company. Even when it is yours, don't micromanage. Don't be the one to buy food, to buy stationery, to buy fuel, to do everything. It will collapse. Don't micromanage your company. Have others do work. Being the bottleneck, don't be the problem. Ignoring company culture, have a company ethical culture. Not communicating vision, always put the vision in everyone's office. They should know the vision of the company. Not being clear in direction, be the one to lead them to a proper direction. Relying on your own perspective, that is wrong. I talked about mastermind. Consult everyone to do better. When you need a whole page, but you realize that you have forgotten everything because you are not a crisis manager. You are not someone who thinks deeply. Stop yelling at people. You cannot manage a crisis by yelling. Use your contracts of employment. Use it. Use your contract of employment to solve a conflict. Always find a reason to laugh. It may not add years to your life, but it will surely add life to your years. Smile, even during problems. Don't be lazy like this guy. You are sleeping, not sleeping. Go and work. Be accountable. Work with accountability. Look at this guy. What you do today, what you learn here, actually impacts how you perform there. Keep learning so that you can be able to grow. And this is very important. Practice honesty, always be consistent. Sincerity is important, and be prepared for the worst. Thank you so much for being a very nice audience. This has been our masterclass, episode 1 on how to practice crisis leadership. Hopefully it has benefited you. We shall be coming back with bigger masterclasses on the same subject. Stay positive, stay focused. Please subscribe to our channel and see you in the next one.